Welcome back to the Married at First Sight, Season 11, Episode 15. This is Couples Couch with
Pat.
And I'm Cam. Let's get into last night's episode. Well, actually, let's get into the recap first before we get into last night's episode. I'm so anxious to talk about it, I can't even... these people. All right, let's recap last week. Recap of last week's episode 14. The couples were forced into lockdown during the real global pandemic, coronavirus. Production came to a halt, but the couples continued to document their own journey. The usual 8-week experience doubled in length, and they showed that the governor of Louisiana
lifted the stay-at-home mandate.
Yep, lifted the stay-at-home order, and they were able to now venture out and go and visit everybody.
Yep.
So first they show Amani going to help Olivia pack her things up because her and Brett decided to go their separate ways. And she said when Brett left, he took everything, including the salt. And then the couples were now packing up to go to a retreat after that. During the retreat, Bennett and Amelia were asked to write a letter to their 9 and 10-year-old self. Amelia's letter was more geared towards her potential love for Bennett at a young age. Yeah. And then Bennett's letter was
Pokemon.
Was geared towards Pokemon, and Amelia was so disappointed.
Actually, it was geared towards $20,000 in the form of a Pokemon card. So
that's true. That is correct. That is correct.
I don't give a damn about Pokemon, but if it's worth $20,000, Pokemon. Wait, no, pause.
What? No. All right, next up. Miles had a sit down with Woody and was talking about how he had been married to Karen already for 3 to 4 months. They hadn't had very many kisses, no sex, and he just didn't know where he was going to be on decision day. And then lastly, the couples played a game called Stranger Spouse.
Wife's favorite part of your body. Would your wife rather an evening inside or an evening outside?
Stranger Spouse was a funny game to me. Yeah. Miles and Karen actually won that game in the end, and that was the that was the recap of episode 14. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Let's get into last night's episode 15. This will not be a high-level overview. There is so much to talk about. I think because we're nearing the end, there's just so much happening at this point. And just the things that are being said. So we're covering everything in last night's episode. So let's get straight into it.
Let's go.
The show opens up with the couples retreat coming to an end, and the couples are heading back home. At this point, they have 1 week before decision day. Yep. The couples arrive back home. Christina and Henry are kind of playing it cool, trying to be cordial with each other at home. Then you have Woody and Amani who are home, and they kind of touch base with each other, talking about their percentages of love, has it increased, or where they're at. So they pretty much had that conversation.
Yeah, and then she had to go be a sourpuss to be like, but will it stay there? Like,
I know, why are you looking for the negatives, Amani? Yeah. Like, just leave it be. Just calm down, you know? The man is showing you everything you need to see, right?
Yeah.
So just chill out. And then Amelia and Bennett are in their home, and they're talking about decision day. It just seems like everybody's talking about decision day except Henry and Christina. And then Karen and Miles...
They talked about it a lot. You hear that dead silence on the way back? That's all the talking they need to do. Henry.
He had nothing. He had absolutely nothing. It was pure silence. And then Karen and Miles are in their house, and they begin to discuss the weight of decision day that's upon them.
I think the fact that it's like almost here is like exciting, but also like in the back of my mind it's kind of like, oh, it's coming.
Alex?
actually said that was one thing I was like afraid of. Like I didn't want it to like add a bunch of like pressure to us or like feeling like, oh goodness, like it's D-Day type feeling, but that's real.
Wait, it ain't about decision date. The wait is something totally different.
Stop. Stop. So the next few scenes show the couples or the couples are meeting up with their friends and family individually, of course, to kind of talk about decision day and where they're at and what they think they may or may not decide. So first up was Amani. She met up with her friend and she was saying everything was going well and she feels confident that she can go into decision day being confident. And Amani said that she really loves Woody, but her only problem is that he just doesn't hear her. Like, he doesn't listen. I'm still waiting for Patrick to hear me on a lot of things that I said. He barely hears me. It isn't until the actual moment when we need to do what I said from however long ago, he'll sit down and try to really realize, what did she say? Or he may even say, okay, so say that again. And then I have to go off and be like, see, this is why I don't say nothing, because you don't hear. Men don't hear. See, look, he ain't listening.
Huh?
He ain't listening now.
No, the Cowboys shouldn't pick up Fitzpatrick.
What? Exactly. See, so if that is her only concern, she doesn't even know. Like, Patrick's granddad doesn't listen to anything that we say. How many times did we talk to granddad and he'd be like, huh? I think he purposefully turns off his hearing aid not to listen to us.
I can't wait till I got here. I just turn them off.
So if Amani is worried about a man not hearing her, good luck, girl. And if you figure out how to make Woody listen, hit me up. My information is in the description box below.
The problem is, I hear everything you say.
You don't hear nothing.
If I'm interested in the words you're speaking.
Yeah. See? So he don't listen. Because half the stuff I'm saying, he's not interested in. I'm telling y'all, men don't listen. They only listen when they feel like listening.
Yeah.
They tune in and out. So, girl, if that's your problem, you good.
Yeah.
Right?
And men, we all know women hear everything.
We do.
That's why I'm so silent. I learned early on. Because you sometimes say stuff just to get through an argument, not realizing that those words are going to be held against you.
In a court of law.
And in other situations. Like, well, that time this happened and you said it like, okay.
See? Yep. So, girl, you are good. I don't think you have anything to worry about. So let's move on to the next scene. Next scene shows Bennett meets up with his friends. They talk about decision day as well. Bennett's friend,
I love him.
He's a beast.
I love him.
He comes out saying, like, you don't know Amelia very well.
You don't.
You haven't faced any adversities.
You haven't.
Her facing adversities is how you learn people and see their true colors.
We've lived together for 4 months.
Right. Playing house kind of way. Not really live together. Do you feel like you've met the real person, or are you still dealing with their representative?
You can't love someone till you dislike them a little bit.
Yeah, a lot. Until you dislike them a lot, and then you got to come back from it and be like, you know what? I ain't going nowhere. That's when it works,
A lot, though?
Okay, well. And then his friend was like, okay, so you're planning on picking up and moving out to VA. You're not going to have a job. You're not going to have anything going on there. So you're just going to sit in the house like her dog until she comes home to walk you?
We're going to Virginia for the next couple of years where her family is for her residency.
What are you going to do? You're not going to have a job. You're going to have nothing going on. You're going to just be sitting in her apartment like her dog. And she comes home and takes you for walks.
And I found offensive.
I was done after he said that.
I thought it was a little... Well, one thing is, we all know Bennett ain't got no dog in him. So, no, he's not going to... I had to get in. So, he's not going to be there in the... I don't know what he's going to do. But the man came from a shed with no electricity. He can sit through a lot.
He does. He can. And I don't think he has a desire to really have a real job anyway, right?
Yeah, he wants to be a stay-at-home dude.
Yeah. Stay-at-home dad,
Yeah,
really.
That dude was going off on him, too. He was like, you ain't gonna do this. You ain't gonna sit there like, yeah,
He
but
took
dude,
all
I
of
used
it.
to live in a shed, and now I'm marrying a doctor.
Do you see where, like, I'm starting from the bottom?
Now we here.
So, yeah, I just think that, you know, his friend was a little bit harsh, but I know there is truth and validity
A lot
to
of
everything he's saying. It's just his delivery was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyways, his friend believes that, you know, him and Amelia or Bennett and Amelia are in the honeymoon phase and
They
still
are.
haven't really gotten to know each other yet. So, time will tell. Decision day.
But really,
will tell.
that's all the couples together, I think.
Yeah, and they're still in the honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
For sure. 4 months? Like, what was going on with us in 4 months?
I was probably still telling you lies about how much I got paid and all that stuff.
and now that the checks come to me, now I know what's up.
Now I don't even know how much I got paid.
Exactly. Let's move on to the next scene. With his grandmother to discuss decision day. His grandmother says that she's happy for them and she feels like, you know, she's happy that Amani is who they chose for him. Her advice to Woody is to pay attention.
What would you say is one thing that I should watch out for longevity purposes?
Pay attention. Most of the time, men don't pay no attention to us. They don't. And I have to say, like, wait, you didn't hear what I said? Nah, that's not cool.
Because even his grandfather don't listen. Didn't I just mention granddad? None of y'all listen. Even grandma knows.
And y'all think that you are going to be the one to make a whole species change, right? You special. You're not that special.
You see how awful? So, yeah, you can tell Woody is in a good place. And he doesn't really want to reveal what he wants to do yet. But it looks like if I had to guess, he's going to say yes.
I think so too, which I lose interest in the couple. I want the fireworks.
She's so awful. Let's move on to the next scene. The scene shows that Miles meets up with his friend. Miles says during quarantine, it's been really rough for him and Karen in the beginning. He says that there was one incident where Karen sat on the very edge of the chair, on the arm of the chair, like crunched up, eating her dinner versus coming to sit next to him on the couch. And he said he felt kind of like offended, like he took it personally.
How do you not?
Right. Like, was there a big, like, moment? Yeah. I cooked dinner, and I'm sitting on the couch, and she had gotten her clothes out of the dryer. She put them on the single chair. And so I'm sitting on the couch, like, over there in the corner. This is exactly what she does. She gets her food, clothes are right here. Right. I'm right here. She sits like this and eats her meal. It's like this, bro.
I just don't know why she would do that. Like, I would rather just sit at the island then and eat my damn dinner if you're going to do all that. Like, that's extra.
Because she's a old stupid face.
If I wasn't convinced before, that action right there has convinced me that she really don't like Miles. I'm done. That's it. Because ain't no way that you like or love your husband and you're going to do all that.
No.
Like, make yourself uncomfortable and make him feel uncomfortable in his own home.
And she probably don't even know it. And you know why?
Mm-hmm.
Because she don't like him. So it's
true.
It's subconscious. Like she's
being some
it's like
kind of
she's
way.
living with a roommate.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Because that right there, sitting on the very edge of the arm of the chair versus just sitting next to the person on a whole ass couch that you have, like, why would you do that?
And why are you sitting on the arm of my chair?
Right. You don't see these Married at First Sight people gave us this furniture for free and you over here trying to ruin it?
Ruin it already. Mama ain't never taught you nothing. Like,
who raised you?
Put your butt where the butt go and your arms where the arm go. Get your butt off the arm of my couch. I don't know how many times I heard that growing up.
Let's move on to the next scene. So next scene shows Amelia. She meets with the witch for advice on her decision day. Her friends are in the background for some moral support. Amelia believes meeting with the witch will help her with her decision that she needs to make.
Okay, it's nice to meet you. My name is Mimi. So, what do we want to do our reading on today?
Well, I'm in this very funny situation, which is that I got married to a stranger.
Okay.
And I don't know, everything seems really great right now, but we've kind of only really known each other through the quarantine, and this week is when we're deciding if we were going to stay married or not.
And as soon as I saw this lady on the phone, the first thing I saw or thought was, and your credit card number, your expiration date, and the CVV code on the back?
I would have been like, bitch, you the one with the tarot card, tell me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So this lady or witch is telling Amelia that Bennett is a stable person from her tarot card that she pulled. That Bennett is a very stable person. He seems like he would be loyal. She doesn't have anything to worry about.
Card is the King of Cups. Now, this is probably my favorite card in the deck, especially when we're talking about a significant other. Talks about stable emotions, very good at communication and talking about their feelings. If you've been thinking about keeping him, I would. Do you have anything to worry about?
Not in the year 2020 of our Lord and Savior. I'm not going with none of this. You can take your cards and take them somewhere. Unless you play blackjack, I'm not messing with no cards.
Spade?
Nah.
You got a one and
I'm
a possible.
Good. I'm good. I would have accidentally walked in the room. She'd have been reading the cards. Like, oh, I gotta go to church. I'm going straight to the church.
She done left me.
I'm going to the church. Come on, why you got me in this room? No.
I don't mess with witches.
No.
Witches.
Witches. I don't mess witches, warlocks, ghosts, none of that. Whoopi
Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg from Ghost, Patrick Swayze, none of it. Not here.
Molly, you in danger, girl.
Nah. That penny would have came up, I'd have been out. If I can't break the lease, we're going to sublet. I'm not staying here.
I just don't believe in witches or tarot card readings.
Somebody in the comments go put a curse on you.
To each their own. Jesus be offense. Let's move on to the next scene. Next scene shows Karen meets up with her friends at her apartment. Karen's friends say that Karen needs an alpha male for a husband. A man that will just kind of give you the look and you know you need to get it together, or that man that puts you in your place sometimes.
I mean, you're a very strong, independent woman, so I think it's going to take an alpha male presence, because I don't think you listen. Oh, you're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to feel this energy from you to be like, okay, he gonna give me that look, and I'll be like, you know what, you're right.
You're gonna be able to stand up and really be that lead figure of the household, and like you said, put me in my place sometimes. I need that.
Now, I don't like the ideologies of her friends.
Yeah, I don't like what's inside one's head and on the outside of the other one. It look like one of the sponges, the one with the yellow, with the cut-up sponge. I'm saying. And another thing, you need somebody to put you in your place, girl. Be the same one somebody, he don't let me go nowhere. He tracked my phone. He showed up to the club in his robe in a black and white.
What was that clip from? I got you, sucker. Is that what it is? Next time, buy me Supergirl.
Yeah. No.
Remember, is that the clip?
Yeah.
Next time, how does that go?
Keenan Wayans
and Jada Pinkett, yeah.
Yeah. And can you give me a texturizer? Make sure it's original. Last time you got me Supergirl.
When I see them talking. Karen talking about she's looking for a man that could just give her that look.
You go around searching for the look, you end up with Ike.
We don't want that. We don't want it. What did Tina say? I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it. Okay, Ike, anything you say, Ike. Anything you say. It's like, Karen, I thought, okay, you had your own issues, but to sit here and see your circle more so makes me understand why you're an ass. The stuff that they're feeding you, and you're like, yeah, I need that. Like, are you looking for a husband or a stepdad?
Yeah, I need somebody to put me in my place. Aren't you a grown person?
I don't want nobody to put me in my place and let you try it.
Listen.
Let you try to put me in my place. Now,
good.
what you can do is talk to me like an adult. If there is something that I have, like some error in my ways or something, yeah, talk to me like an adult so I can grow, so I can evolve. But don't be giving me no look. I'm not PJ, Patrick Jr., our son, or Peyton, our daughter. You're not going to look at me and I'm supposed to get it together. Bitch, I wish you would.
I don't understand why I gotta be a bitch.
Sorry.
I didn't do any of this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But it upsets my soul to hear a woman say that they need a man, or they think that being led by a man is for him to talk down to you or to put you in your place. Like, that's not what leading is. And more so, leading is done as a unit. You don't want to hear no more? I told you you don't listen to me. I told you. He's done. Let's move on to the next scene. Next scene shows Brett meeting up with one of his friends to talk about where he's at with his marriage. He tells them, or tells his friend, that his relationship is over with Olivia, and it's pretty definite that it's over. He said that their fundamental differences would have made them break up anyway.
Well, we decided not to stay together.
Really?
Yeah. I definitely think that the stress and the rigors associated with, quarantine, the pandemic, brought a lot of things to light that would have not come out nearly as quickly, I guess. But I think eventually we would have split ways regardless, just because none of that's going to change those fundamental differences that we have.
And then Olivia meets with her friend, and she's telling her that, if she could go back and change anything, she would have been more affectionate and, had more intimacy with Brett, hoping that that could have made them closer. I feel like Brett's friend don't really like him.
No.
Just based off of his comments, Brett needs to grow up, pretty much. I mean, essentially that's what he said. He was just like, he needs to realize that it's not about making himself happy, that he needs to learn to compromise, which is a major part of marriage.
He doesn't sway or bend a lot. It really requires a strong argument to get him to see things the opposite way from how he sees them. And sometimes that comes off as maybe aggressive or off-putting. I hope Brett leaves this entire experience with an understanding that sometimes it's not always about doing things to benefit yourself. Sometimes you have to put yourself out of your comfort zone to make other people feel good or be happy.
That's the right.
You say you don't think his friend likes him.
I don't.
I don't think that was his friend. I think it was some dude on the side of the road, Dr. Pepper with in the back of the RV.
Roll a little contract.
Well,
a little.
Learn from this.
Gave him a little honey.
More
A
considerate.
little hundo.
Hey, here's $150. Read this on camera for me. And act like you know this dude.
Yeah, because he was
Brett
not
got friends, man.
he was not in Brett's favor of anything. No. And he saw a lot of his errors. He pointed out a lot of Brett's errors in his ways. And I mean, I have to side with his friend. Hook his friend up with Olivia.
Yeah.
He seemed more sensible.
And the sad thing is, this is why some women get played, I guess, or strung along for a while. Mm-hmm. Just her being it's obviously over. The man took the salt. But she's still if I would have done this better. If it ain't working, cut it off and move on. People are stuck.
Yeah, she's still hoping that, you know, what if he said yes on decision day? What would you say? You would be open to listen after he done took the whole salt?
Yeah.
Couldn't put salt in your hot water
Listen,
to make your
what?
noodles. Too much? Okay.
Yeah, like, just cut. Because it's sad, really. Like, it's... Because they don't belong together.
Sad?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care, but... I don't feel sad for Olivia. I feel sad for all the women like Olivia that are making choices based on that. And
always holding out that little gleam of hope. And always kind of wearing their heart on their sleeve for someone who don't genuinely care for them.
Right.
Yeah, I feel you.
And we know.
Yeah, and we all know.
We know. I'm not talking about we. I'm men.
I thought you meant
like men in those situations. We know.
Oh, and they're taking advantage.
Yeah, we know. It's not like it's an accident.
Yeah.
Like we know. We could tell if a girl is more into us than we are into them.
Yeah.
That's a
and
bad
you always
situation.
want the guy to be more into you, the woman, than the vice versa. Because, baby, if you're more into him than he is into you, Played City is right around the corner for you. Because you're going to get played. Do you agree?
That the man should be more into the woman? No, because then you end up with a situation like Miles and Karen. He's sitting on the arm of the chair to eat your dinner. I would have hit a plate. I'm sorry. I'd have hit a plate. I'd have leaned, because the couch is only like 3 feet. I would have leaned smooth over there and boop, boop, eat it down there.
You have a problem.
That's it. You want an alpha? Boop, get it together.
You have a problem. We're moving on to the next thing. It shows Christina meets up with her friend. Christina tells him that her and Henry are now in more of a friendship vibe. I don't even think they're friends, but if that's what she want to go with, we'll let you have it, Christina. She also said that there's no spark and no progression. Again, Henry just wants to finish this process.
Yeah, he can't. I don't know how many times I say I'm just here to finish the process.
Christina goes on to say, you know, I have been deeply loved by many people. I'm smart. I'm not stupid. I know a lot of things. I'm fun, you know, and I'm not needy. And her friend is like,
and I've been loved very deeply by many people. I don't want someone who doesn't want me. Like, I'm a lot of fun. I know a lot of things. Like, I'm not stupid. I'm not ugly. Like, I'm not needy. Like, I don't understand what's so hard about just being like, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna try.
These are all things other people should say about you. You don't get to say about yourself. I can't go somewhere and be like, unless they ask you, like, explain yourself, which that's horrible.
She sounded, I'm sorry.
I'm fun.
She sounded a lot like that Kevin Hart thing. Like,
yeah. Remember that time? Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, right, babe? I'm fun, right, babe?
I'm pretty. This sounds like some chants you do in the morning before you go to work. I'm pretty, I'm pretty, I'm fun, I'm not needy, I'm not needy.
Smart?
You is intelligent?
I'm doing this. I can't do this show with you no more.
They're going to turn.
Oh my God, okay, and then
you is smart. You is intelligent.
I don't even know. It was one more. I forget what the third one was.
Pretty? No.
I think so. Drop it in the comments below for us. I'm crying, yo. Okay, and then she said she just doesn't understand why Henry doesn't even try.
You're a liar.
Okay, so then Henry meets up with his friend.
He looked at her and it wasn't even a tick. She was, I don't know why I didn't like it. What?
Wait, so then Henry meets up with his friend and he's like, I don't really want to get into details about the whole gay accusation thing. I think he's embarrassed. You know, he doesn't want to tell his friend about that. And he seems really comfortable with her. And he was like, but in an interview, he said, Christina did hold it over my head, the text message, and she threatened to release the text message to everyone if I don't, quote, end quote, excuse me, have her back through the rest of the process.
Christina threatened to hold it over my head if
I didn't, quote unquote, like have her back, I guess, throughout the rest of the process. And I'll say this, even if she did receive a text, which I have yet to see just in general, to like hold it over my head and threaten to release it, I think is despicable.
She gonna have to blast it out to the world, because what you ain't gonna do is blackmail me on a show that I'm just trying to get through because I didn't want to be here with you. Blast it out. I'm not gay no way, so it don't make no difference, right?
Yeah.
And even if I was gay, so what? Blast it out.
Well, not so wet. You just agreed to marry a woman. So
Okay, yes. There's nothing wrong with being gay is what I'm saying, if that's your choice. That's where I'm going with it.
Right.
Like, so blast it out. Like, I don't care. You're not going to threaten me and think you're going to scare me into treating you one kind of way. And then be talking out the side of your mouth saying I'm fun and I don't know why he wouldn't try and I'm smart and...
You're not fun. You're not smart. If you can't see
She
why
makes
he
me
don't
tired.
like you, you're not smart and you're not self-aware.
Oh, we're practicing the operating agreement here. Being self-aware, right? Practicing self-awareness, right?
Here you go.
Assuming good intent
Got it.
and seeking valid information. That's the operating agreement that we practice here.
And you don't do any of those three things when it pop off.
Yes, Christina does not know the operating agreement at all.
No, she's a liar. Like, what else do you say about her? Like,
Yeah.
liar is so ingrained in, like, if you're like, oh, that's your homeboy? Yeah, that's my homeboy. Like, yo, you know he a liar. And you will quit messing with people completely. Like,
Yeah.
I don't, like, because you don't want that energy. And the fact, most liars don't understand, but, like, there are people that they just don't even want to be, they don't even want to be involved with
That's
you.
how I roll. Like, once you lie and I catch you in the lie and you stay telling me you ain't lying when we know good and hell well you lying, I'm all the way done.
Yeah.
That's all you got?
I'm going through shit I told you.
Let's go on to the next scene.
I hope I'm back next week.
The next scene shows that it's 2 days before decision day, and the couples are out having romantic dinners. The first couple to have their dinner is Amani and Woody, and they're just out having dinner, and he says to her, like, you know, I really can't see myself without you, and he gets kind of choked up.
I loved you throughout this whole process and stuff. I still love you to this day right now. I've grown as a different person with your help. I think honestly coming into it, I didn't believe in love. I mean, I wanted to be in love, I wanted to be married, but it's different the way I see it now. It's like I got my grandparents' love, man. Like that is honestly, it's different, man. I'm kind of getting choked up right now, but it's cool because I knew what I wanted in life. I wanted to be married, but I didn't see how I was gonna do it. And I see how to do it now. You know what I'm saying? It's different. I can't see myself without you.
Just watching this scene, I feel like he really, really adores her. He looked like he was about to cry. You're shaking your head no about you're a hater.
That's an old player trick.
No, he looked like he was gonna cry.
Watch. Kamar's brought such inspiration into my life.
Be quiet, we can't even hear you. I'm done.
You know, she makes me want to be a better person. And it's not what I love about her, it's what her love makes me want to be. I just can't see my life without you.
Where the tear at?
I can yawn, I can get it.
Stop. So Amani seems like she really
Fake yawn, you gotta really yawn.
she really felt that. And
you see it, Terry?
Her eyes are watering. Your eyes are watering.
I love you.
Be quiet.
I can't live without you. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Bill Clinton, what up, Bill? Slick Willie.
Can we stay on track?
I'm sorry.
Jesus. Let's move on to the next scene. Next scene shows Bennett and Amelia. They're out. Actually, they're at home having their romantic dinner.
Oh, they ain't eating with their hands.
So Amelia and Bennett are at home having their romantic dinner. Amelia reveals that, you know, she really thought it would just be fun to just be on a reality show. She didn't really think that she would really get married. Like, getting married was not her number one driving force for being on Married at First Sight. She just wanted to be on the show, just to have fun. So she also said that she didn't even think that they were going to even pick her, and that once she was picked, she just was like, well, they matched me with a snowman or anybody that doesn't have anything in common with me. I would just be like, okay.
Chickens for the streets. Get your receipt. She's for the streets, bro. I just figured, I usually like everybody.
A snowman, though. How does that work, Patrick?
In New Orleans, I thought she was talking about Master P.
Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne.
No, that's cheesy.
Lil Wayne's from New Orleans.
But he's not the snowman. Jeezy's the snowman. 18.5. The 17.5. Jesus the snowman.
Help me, Jesus.
GZ.
I don't know, but Bennett looked very disappointed. He almost looked angry, actually.
Yeah, this is one of those things, like, even if you're thinking it,
don't say it.
Yeah.
Like keep it to yourself.
I thought that with my first marriage. Like, man, it don't work out, just get divorced.
Right. This is a starter marriage.
But I wouldn't say that. Why? Are you nervous? For what?
Right. Like,
file for divorce.
You would do horribly.
We didn't even share a bank account.
You would do horribly on Married at First Sight.
Oh. 20-year-old me?
Oh my God, no, we don't want you.
Nah, they did want me.
20-year-old Patrick was for the streets, apparently.
20-year-old Patrick was the streets.
We're moving on to the next scene. Next scene shows Christina and Henry out having their romantic dinner. During dinner, Christina begins to reflect on how she acted throughout the process, and she starts feeling like regretful of her behavior. And then she asks Henry, like, what is one thing or something you like about me? And he was like,
So it's been 16 weeks that we've been married. What's some of the stuff that you like about me?
You write really well. Like no. Seriously, your letter was like, it was really well written. Yeah. That's okay.
That's just so nice. Thank you.
No. I honestly really kind of had to hold back from laughing. Sometimes it feels like we live into different realities, and I just don't understand how two people can see things so differently.
So Henry looked like he had to just come up with anything. He was like, okay, well, you're spontaneous and you write really well. And she broke down.
He thought she meant, like, you don't have anything nice to say about me other than this.
Yeah.
Because his face was dumbfounded when she's like, that's so nice. He's like,
he was shocked.
Really?
He was like, yo, she legit crying.
Crazy.
Like bawling over the fact that I said she writes well.
And she doesn't. I mean,
that snippet they showed.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Maybe the show's doing her dirty. And they just showed, like,
a really bad snippet of her
rough
writing.
Draft before the rough draft.
Before the APA formatting and the plagiarism checker.
I don't know.
The writing was bad.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was like run-on sentence bad.
9 times out of 10.
First of all, you starting off the sentence with a number? Okay.
Go.
I'm sorry. Okay. So Henry seems thrown.
Yeah,
and he's just like, I really had to hold myself back from laughing because I just can't see how two people could be living in two different realities like this and just see things so differently. And she was like legit feeling like she was having a whole moment with him, and he just looked like, I want to go.
That's the nomad lifestyle. She got no home, nowhere to go. She always see the good and stuff. Like, we under a bridge today. Might be in a shelter tomorrow. You never know.
He shows Karen and Miles. They're at home having their romantic dinner. And Karen begins to mention how, you know, she realizes what's really important to her. And she really wants to make sure that her husband is someone who can lead her, protect her, put her in her place when she's wrong. She's just looking for that masculine energy. And it just feels like all the sayings of what her friends just told her a few scenes ago.
I trust you to lead me, and being able to honestly like put me in my place, you know, respectfully though, like, hey, this is what you're doing, don't like it, here's what I need from you. Like, I admire those things. This is what I want to see in my husband.
I hope she get her life right, and I hope she don't run into the wrong one.
Because listen, baby, because if she looking for somebody, if she keep asking for somebody to put her in her place, she ain't gonna like it when she get put in her place.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna be like calling up Miles, and Miles gonna be like, listen, new number, who this?
Yeah. She ain't gonna like it. I want somebody to put me in my place. Well, when you don't get to pick what place that is.
Could be that place.
That place. The place in between the washer and dryer.
Yes.
The place out on the street at an inconvenient time. You gonna get put in your place.
You know, be deliberate in what you're asking.
Yeah. Find out he's cheating.
And he put you out his place.
Yeah. That's the worst. When they be like, yeah, you cheating, you sorry. So you be like, all right, but you gotta get yourself and get out.
See? You see?
You in your place.
So then Miles goes on to tell her that he isn't sure that she's even able to open up emotionally for him. He said he has created the space for her to do that, but he just feels like she's expecting him to be this idea of who he is, but can't really be for her because she's not opening up emotionally. So I just feel like they were having war of the words that night.
I don't know for certain that emotionally that you could get to that point where like you're completely emotionally like vulnerable and like intimate with me. I think I can create the space for that, but I don't know whether or not we'll get there.
Leave, Miles.
Yes, seriously. So I can't wait to see Decision Day for them and just see what happens. Anyways, let's move on to the next scene. The scene shows Henry and Christina are home from their romantic date, and she said that she had such a good time. They found such a hidden gem of a restaurant.
Catapulted them.
Yeah, she wishes that she had more time to make her decision. And Henry was like, this makes no sense. Like, I don't need no more time.
What a hidden gem. Mm-hmm. Seriously.
Can't wait to go back.
That was great.
It like catapulted us a little bit. Mm-hmm. I feel like I had like a clear decision at one point, but like now I'm just like, do we need more time?
It just doesn't make sense at all, and I know that I don't need more time.
Only if your catapult's going this way and mine is going that way. Like,
I think he's done. Like, he's like, why do we need more time?
Everyone thinks they're done. Everyone knows they're done.
Henry looks like he don't need no more time. He's ready to call it quits at the appropriate time.
Yeah.
Right?
Thursday at 3 o'clock.
He's waiting for it. So I don't know what she's talking about. Let's move on to the next scene. So next scene shows that the couples are now done with their romantic dinners and they're all getting ready for bed. First up, they show Amelia and Bennett getting ready for bed. And Bennett is just saying like he feels disappointed to know that Amelia entered the show or applied to be on the show for the wrong reasons, which is just to be on a reality show. So he feels pretty disappointed in that, and it's gonna make him now nervous to make his decision. Yeah, I mean, anybody would be, nervous after hearing that. And then next they show Amani and Woody. They're in bed and they're talking about, whether or not they're gonna say yes or no on decision day. And Amani brings up the fact about him not really hearing her a lot and stuff, and that may be a reason for her to say no. And she's just like, he's like, so if we get to decision day and you say no, like, she was like, but you wouldn't want to hear me out if I had a reason. He was like, I don't want to hear nothing. Yeah. Like, I'm just going to walk off. He's like, I might even flip over a couch.
If I get that decision in tomorrow, and you tell me no, and I've been in thought all this time, yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna respond. Let's gonna be honest.
Okay, well, let's.
I'll fuck around, flip over my couch.
Okay, you might want to bring it down a little second, because that's not what the I was saying. Yeah, no, I'm not with that. What the is that about?
I feel like I'm seeing a new side to Woody, and it's kind of unnerving.
And he's like, yeah, I didn't want to hear nothing. And she's like, well, I don't like who this person is turning into. You over here been...
Well, you ain't gonna like all the people I turn into, so get used to it if this is till death do us part. Like, nobody care what you feel right now. Like,
but you've been showing great relation or great marriage with him the whole time. So why is this even up for conversation? Like,
I know why.
Why?
She's so worried about him changing. You know who changes? It's her.
Oh, that's why she's
and
saying.
it keeps happening,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why she's so worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
I bet it's her that changes.
You might be right. You might be right.
She might be one of those that once you say I do everything, change. Like,
yeah.
No, I married the person. Or
You
I
showed
asked,
me.
Yeah, I asked to marry this person.
Yeah.
And now you turn into this person.
Right.
And selling it to me like I'm supposed to be okay with this totally different person. No, I asked this person to marry me.
Yeah, you got
I don't know who this person is.
Yeah.
But if this is who I'm going to be married to,
yeah,
then that's why people get divorces.
There it
Be
is.
who you were when I met you.
There it is. So let's see what happens with them two on decision day. So the final scenes of this episode shows the couples waking up the next day, and they begin packing up. They are having to spend the night apart from each other before decision day, so they can just have time to be to themselves and think about what they really want to do. They show everyone packing up and leaving, and then they show like Karen and Miles, and the conversation between them and their goodbyes just seem like they're never going to see each other ever again.
You should.
I'm like, enjoyed the last 4 months. But it's tough. Really, really tough 4 months, and we did it. We're here. You know, that's something to celebrate. And I guess I'll see you on the couch. You'll be alright. Take care of yourself, man.
I don't know. I feel like Miles is like telling her, take care of herself, you know, whatever happens, like you're going to be all right. And it's like, damn, are you planning never to see me ever again?
I don't trust him yet.
No?
I don't trust Miles. I mean, the way he's talking, it could be looked at from two different sides. Like, he could be a cold-blooded brother and being like, this is the last time I'll talk to you. Like, if that's who he is, bravo. I hope that's who you are. Like, stand up and have a
take a stand for yourself.
But maybe because of the way the show edits
and show, they do a lot of editing, yes.
I also see that he could be kind of like whining. You know, like when a girl's like, oh, I'm so fat, and you know she ain't fat, but she's just looking for someone to be like, no, you're not, or, you know, I don't look good today. So you think that he's saying, like, bye, take care of yourself, hoping that she would be like, oh no, we're going to be together. He's like, so I don't trust him yet, bro. I don't
know. This is the thing about watching what's happening next
episode. If he's being cold-blooded, then to you, sir.
We shall see.
But
and that's going to happen in the
if
next
he's going
episode.
the other way, then maybe he wasn't alpha enough for him.
We shall see. So that's it for this week's episode 15. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Let us know what your thoughts are about this episode. So much has gone on. We want to hear from you. We love talking to you in the comment section below. So drop your comments. Also, click the like button and click the subscribe button to support our channel. Don't move. You getting ready to leave.
Dave, no, I gotta leave frame before you cut it off.
So be sure to like and subscribe to support our channel. Stay tuned for next week's episode. They showed a clip with Amani saying, I would like to get a divorce.
I would like to get a divorce.
On the couch. Let's see if what happens. I'm on the edge of my seat. Actually, I'm on the edge of the couch on the chair. Like, like Karen. Just waiting to see what's going to happen with my plate.
Get off the arm of my couch.
With my plate.
Get off the arm of my couch.
So let's see what happens in next week's episode.
Bye,
Thank you
y'all.
guys for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Bye, you guys. He's so awful.